collectively, I think we're kind of like on the page of, is this the end of Rainbow High? And I'm feeling it's the begin. I feel like they're dipping their toe in the end. Welcome, everybody, episode 18 of Out of the Box. And of course, you have myself, Elvira, we have Chloe, we have Johnny, and we are ready to talk about dolls. How are the two of you doing first off? Let's see. Since Chloe wasn't here last week, let's start off with Chloe. How are you doing this week?
Hi guys, I'm so happy to be back. I had a little moment last week, but I'm back. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I've been staying a little bit busy. Really not, yeah, nothing new really happened. So, but overall good. So,
Good,
no
good. Hey,
complaints here.
good is good. We will take good.
Yeah,
Good over bad, always. Like,
that
Johnny,
part.
how's your week been?
Hi everyone. Thank you so much. Before I even get started, thank you so much for all the support you've been giving us for these last couple episodes. It's been so amazing that we're back and we're on a consistent schedule. So hope you like the videos. I am doing absolutely amazing. I am refreshed. I have show notes. I prepare for the show. So I'm just excited that we get to film this every week, have these little meetings, and just talk about dolls.
Oh, I love that. I mean, I have to give it to you for always doing such a great job on the thumbnails because you can tell that when it's a podcast episode, the thumbnail looks great. When it's just a me video, crickets. Yeah, you do a
No.
great job. No, and I look forward to these too, and I'm glad that so many people are listening and commenting and getting really involved. I love it. I love it. And with that, there are a lot of dolls, doll news. I feel like we talked about a doll drought 2 weeks ago, and now I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so many doll things happening. See, we stopped the
Overwhelmed.
drought. That is what happened. Do we want to talk about the Monster High Creature of the Black Lagoon first?
Ooh, that's very
Yeah,
fresh in our minds
I
because
think we should.
as we're recording this, I think it just sold out for the collectors. So we should talk
For the
about that.
fan club, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you.
didn't even know they were doing that. I thought the whole release was Friday. Did you guys see anywhere posted that it said like, oh, fan club member
Mm,
only Thursday?
I
I didn't
didn't
see that.
I didn't see anywhere posted, but I saw when I was looking at the picture that Monster I posted, it was in the comments. So maybe they were being sneaky about it. I don't know, but I think it was on the website as well. So
Hmm.
unless they email like the fan club only members.
Ooh,
I mean,
good
I think
point.
my subscription is still valid. When does Gulia come out? Because that's when I got mine, and it was like for a year.
I think
Whenever
it's been
Gulia
over a
came
year.
out, has it? Did it not come out around like July or June?
I think
yeah,
it
I'm
was
not sure.
March of last year.
Because I ended up getting her for my birthday. That was a
Oh,
birthday gift that I got.
don't listen to me.
Unless unless you're right, and then they didn't ship her out until a few months later. I don't remember, but
It's a
whatever.
possibility.
Um, maybe it was like an email thing. Maybe they emailed the fan club members and they were like, "You get first dibs," and they
I'm
got
not
first
mad at
dibs,
that
mama.
because I feel like people are paying for a membership. They should get some more perks besides just getting one exclusive like fan club doll. So I feel like that sounds fair to me. I'm like, okay, good. You know what? They pay $10 extra to get a drop, you know? I just hope that
Yeah,
tomorrow, which this video will hopefully get posted on Friday, so we're in the past right now, but people do have the opportunity who aren't fan club members to at least, even if they saved a few thousand or whatever, so that other people can buy it as well. So I think having the
yeah.
perk a day early, I'm not mad at personally.
I was gonna say that was one of the notes that we had in that one previous episode where we wanted to see more perks for the fan club members, not just like
Mhm.
$1 a year. And it's like, okay, thank you. We wanted more, so they're listening.
Are either of you going to try to get the doll tomorrow?
No, I'm not. Mm, I wasn't super sold on her.
Oh no.
Yeah, I wasn't sold on them. Like from the pictures that I saw, the one thing that I did love though was the boot shoe
Oh,
foot
love
thing.
with the nails.
Yes, that to me was everything. I was like, wait, that's actually really like smart. It's cool. It's different. I love to see that. But other than that, I really didn't see anything else that I was like, I need to pay premium for this doll. Like, no, no. I'm a pass. I'm gonna let the real Monster High collectors get.
I think not saying that like, oh, only Monster High people buy it. I think horror movie people and people who are into like the Universal monsters, I think that's what the doll is kind of giving me more. It's not giving, yes, it's giving me Monster High, of course. But I think when I look at it, it's giving me, oh my gosh, like the icons, right? We've had Frankenstein, we've had Dracula. Of course, we're gonna have Creature from the Black Lagoon. I feel like that's just like, you know what I mean? It kind of makes sense. Um, I'm excited for it just for that reason. I'm actually more excited from a Universal Monster standpoint than a Monster High doll standpoint, and that's why I'm gonna try to get one of her tomorrow. If I don't, I'm not heartbroken because I'm a bigger Dracula fan, so I'm really glad I was gifted that one. But I'm going to try putting that energy out there. I'm gonna try.
Do you think do you think that's why maybe she sold out so fast?
I think a lot of horror movie people are
I
probably
never
going.
thought about that. I never thought about that. Like, yeah, there is two different fandoms coming in for this one doll, not just one fandom.
Yeah.
So I can see why she sold out. There is a lot of horror movie fan people out there. I'm one of them, but not as big as like other people who like
Hmm.
have to have these items.
How about you, Johnny? How are you vibing with her at all?
I am vibing with her. I really do like her. I like the body armor, the bodysuit. I like the choices of color. The color palette on that doll is like chef's kiss. I love the greens and all like just the different tones of greens. I don't think I'm gonna get her because I don't have the membership. And I saw it was Nostalgic Dolls. Shout out Maddie. She posted on her story that it was $76 with all the shipping and taxes, and then I don't have the membership, so that would be an extra 10, so it would be eighty
Do you
six
have to have
dollars.
the membership to
So
get her tomorrow?
I don't know.
I
Oh,
don't think
I
you
guess the
do.
membership was today. Tomorrow, I don't think I
Yeah.
need it. So, but still, $76. I don't know. The box is. I
How
think the box is really pretty though because it's like a underwater theme, and the stand alone. I love the stand. How it just wraps on one leg, so it looks like they're swimming. I really do like that.
Mm,
yeah. How much is she?
65,
64,
65, and then
65.
with taxes and shipping, it's 76. Well,
Mm-hmm.
That's
give or
not
take with the taxes
crazy.
from everyone, but it's different. But yeah, about $76.
That's expected. I like her personally in the box because in the box they're kind of like this. Like no one's
Yes, it
if you're
looks
listening
so
to me,
good in
I'm
the
gonna pose.
box.
And like the fin is kind of going behind. I
Hmm.
think I love it in the box for that type of look. I don't know if I'd want to take it out. I haven't taken any of my Skullectors out of the box personally, but that one just I think displays well with the fin out. Again, I'm looking at it more from like a horror movie standpoint where I'm like, oh, I have the Frankenstein and the Dracula. I need Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Hmm.
I wonder if they're going to continue on with that theme and do like a Wolf Man, the Invisible Man. Like I don't know
Oh,
if
it's
they'll
just an
do
empty
all
box for the
those.
Invisible Man. Just an empty box.
That would be so camp. I would
It's just the
love that.
display. It's just the box with the stand.
Like how people would edit the when invisibility would be
Invisibility.
realistic.
I would love that. I'd buy it.
That is high cam,
And it
honestly.
would be the highest of camp if it was still the same price.
Oh, for an empty box.
And I'd buy
Empty,
it.
yes. And it
I'd
would
buy
sell
it.
out. It would sell
It
out.
would sell out, yeah.
What? Honestly, now I want to see that. Now I want to see that.
Kudos for spilling.
Ah, okay. So I don't know. Good luck to anybody though who is gonna try to get her on the non-club day, and congratulations
Oh,
to everybody who
yes.
did get them on the club day. We
Yes.
love
And
that.
let us know.
Made
Let us know in the comments if you got them or not.
Yeah, I'm interested to see. I've seen more positive with this doll than I have
Yeah.
with like Operetta and Lenore. I think again a lot of it is because it's a character that we already know. Like it's Creature of the Black Lagoon. People are familiar with it. And I think that's why this one's more popular than the last two collector Monster High. Again, not Skullector, but like the more expensive dolls.
I can see that too. I can see that too. May the odds ever be in everyone's favor tomorrow. Because it's gonna be
Mhm.
out.
Yes, for sure.
Instead of the Hunger Games, it's the doll games,
Like
mama.
it's talking.
Oh, yeah, that is intense. I do. If anyone gets one, I want you to put it in an aquarium. I don't know, I just want to see that. I feel like that would be really
That
cool.
is so cool. I love that. And make like a little scene out of it. Oh my
Mhm.
gosh. That is cool.
Hmm.
All right, what's next on the agenda?
Well, on the news, we get truck along with these supposed Rainbow High little sister dolls that are supposedly coming, allegedly.
Alleged.
Allegedly. I saw this on at Veronica Storm 98. So I don't know if they were the original person that posted it, but that's where I saw it from. And apparently there's these little sisters, they're 6 inches tall, and they have a mini pet. So I don't know. I feel like whenever they introduce all these like little sister characters, like how Monster High very much G2,
Ooh,
very
ooh.
generic, very no articulation, very we're about to die, very much all of that. So I'm concerned with the state of Monster Rainbow High with that news.
I agree. I feel like it's gonna give G2 vibes for Monster High, the Dark Ages. And I again, I'm not oblivious to the comments. I know people say that we are just huge Rainbow High fans. So of course we're gonna talk about Rainbow High in a positive light because we're huge fans. I'm sorry. If they end up going G2 Monster High route,
Well,
check it out,
I've
and
already
that's
abandoned
fine.
ship. I've already abandoned ship with all the, like the slime and with the winter, all of those
Mhm.
leaks too. I don't think I'm gonna get any of that,
I
honestly.
know. I'm so concerned. I'm very concerned. So it's more like we're huge fans of remembering the past, which was the past 3 years of the golden age of MGA Rainbow High era, which is wild because it was just a few months ago.
That part. That part.
I know. How do you feel about them, Chloe? Are you gonna?
Uh,
I want to maybe get one of them, depending on what they look
no.
like, one of the sisters, but I don't know if I'm gonna be obsessed though.
No.
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 I'm like, I'll try one for science, okay?
Honestly, like I wasn't even a huge fan of the junior high dolls. Like I wasn't that because like for me, they weren't giving what I wanted them to give. They were just slightly smaller versions of what we already have. I'm like, I wish they were just like the normal sizes, and then that way all the clothes and shoes fit my normal dolls. Because
Yeah.
I'm over here squeezing my mini into that little Bella dress, and it doesn't close in the back. But no, I think I'm gonna like, yeah, like Johnny said, I've already abandoned ship once
Mm,
the like glitter slime. It was just it didn't catch my attention. I don't really like collecting duplicates of the same character unless I have to have it.
Mhm.
And it's very rare. My only like multiple duplicate characters are Poppy and Bella. That's saying a lot, honestly.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna keep it real. It's just not for me. And from what I'm seeing for like the future, the alleged leaks, again, more repeated characters in different outfits that aren't like super wow amazing.
Yeah.
And the new characters, Clementine and the princess girl, and then like apparently there's gonna be like two other ones. They're not serving fashion. They're serving I got dressed in the dark.
Oh, they're
It's
giving mini
just
challenge.
not.
Mm.
I saw I saw a post that was like, it's bad when junior high Stella is giving more than these new dolls. And I agree. Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
I definitely feel you. I feel like I gave in it with the junior high dolls. I didn't buy all of them. I have quite a bit of them. I just didn't like that they used the same eye chip, so they gave them this weird fish eye head look, and it
Mm.
kind of threw me off. So I didn't really get into junior high as obsessively as I did to the regular Rainbow High dolls. I mean, collectively, I think we're kind of like on the page of, is this the end of Rainbow High? And I'm feeling it's the begin. I feel like they're dipping their toe in the end. I hope not. I hope they don't go in the pool. I hope they go, you know what? It's too cold. Let's go back to the good side and come up with some better designs. I don't know. It's very concerning that this is like again
Mm.
a taste of them going to a younger demographic and it's just not working. It's just not working. I feel like it isn't working.
Yeah, did
my
we just
que-
reach the end of the rainbow?
Oh,
girl, we
oh.
reached we reached the end of the rainbow. There was a portal and it took us to that other rainbow and we didn't want to go. I'm
No,
like, let me go
no,
back. I want
no,
to go back.
ma'am.
I wanted to say though, do you guys think that the reason this happened so early on, because you have to remember Rainbow High officially came out in 2020. That was about what, like 4 or 5 years ago.
4 years. Yeah.
If I'm doing math right, which
Well,
but
Almost four.
it's a
Almost
0
four.
and a 4, Chloe. The math isn't that hard.
This is a doll podcast, not a math podcast. Okay. We leave the
but
math at the door. We talk about dolls here.
I was gonna say, do you guys think they went a little too fast with everything that was coming out? Because towards like what, last year, maybe even the year before that, they took hold on guys, sorry. She just popped out.
Her
Oh my
her
god.
headphone for the people only listening.
It got
They're
stuck in
probably
my
like, oh,
hair.
is she indecent on
The
camera?
people
Oh
listening are like, what popped out?
Let them get
Oh,
anyways, back to
Patreon.
golf.
my.
What was I saying? Oh yeah. Do you guys think that it was because they came out with so much in such a short amount of time? Because they hit us hard with line after line after line, and then some of the lines weren't really that affordable. Like they weren't cheap. They were expensive. Like I think last year? Was it last year when we got Rainbow Vision?
No, that was 2 years
Yeah, that
ago.
was yeah.
Two
Because that was
years
like
ago.
season. That was the other season of. That was season
Okay,
2.
so that year they gave us Rainbow Vision, they gave us Costume Ball, and they gave us something else. And it was just,
Shadow High.
yeah, I felt like it was a lot. It was so much in such a short amount of time. I feel like if they would have paced themselves a little bit more, I think it would have lasted a little bit longer. Because we would have
Mm,
still been so excited to get all these dolls. For
I
goodness
agree.
sake, Costume Ball, it took them to like redo this whole thing for Costume Ball to go on sale. That's how crazy it was. People weren't buying the product. And I think if they would have like paced themselves, if they would have let Rainbow Vision be its own thing without including the Costume Ball and without including all the collector dolls, and it was just Rainbow Vision, and that was the big thing at the end of the year,
Mm.
I think they could have saved Costume Ball for last year, and people would have still loved it and probably bought it, to be honest. And they could have made something more of it, because I was just kind of disappointed. We got that one episode and we didn't even get those second outfits. And I was like, how are we paying? No, you know? And also with Shadow High, I feel like they were working up to something and it just like fell through
Yeah.
and they just got kind of swept under the rug, and it was just kind of like we're not going to talk about it. And I'm like, I think they could have done a lot more if they would have paced themselves. Am I wrong? I don't know. That's just how I feel. I feel like everything was like so fast. It didn't give you a chance to like take it all in. We're already moving on to the next thing by the time you finish
Hmm.
completing a collection. You know what I mean?
I definitely felt that because for a minute there, because I'm not doing one of each character. I'm buying everything. So there was a moment where I was like, "Ooh, I got to get myself in check because there's so many things coming out, like bills." So I do agree with you there that I feel like they didn't pace themselves enough. I feel like they could have done 2 years of doll releases versus pumping it out in one. I think they were just trying to make as much money as fast as possible because they're like, oh, Rainbow High is selling right now. The collectors are, deep into it. Let's get their money as much as we can. They did take all of my money. And, it makes me sad that they decided to go in this direction after all of that. Instead of going, you know what, let's just pace out better quality dolls versus now releasing glittery whatever. But yeah, I think they did do a little too much. I feel like again they just went hard because they were raking in the money, and now they're like, well, we made at least something out of it. So still think financially they're probably fine. Compare, putting together their OMG money, the little surprise money, the Rainbow High money. I mean, the doll department's probably not suffering, but it is sad that the line from a collector's perspective is kind of like done.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely is sad. I kind of wish they would slow down with the webisodes as well because we don't really have a chance to get to know the characters. Like I
Yeah.
really like Kaya as a doll, but like I don't know anything about her other than she works. That's all I know
She got a
about her.
job. Good for her.
Yeah.
That's all my Kaya knows.
Mm-hmm. And then it was to me it was so random how they built Shadow High to be this whole like we're gonna be rivals and we're
Mhm.
gonna be like pitched against each other, and then like all of a sudden they're besties. I'm like, there's a whole plot line we kind of missed. I don't like, how did they become best friends? What's going on? I don't know. I feel like that could have also been slowed down a bit because
Yeah.
the thing I liked about Monster High is that you can search any like character from Monster High and like there's a webisode like just focused about them, their origin, like their background, their families and stuff. So I just that's what I really liked about Monster High and just Rainbow High. Like these characters that we don't really know much about.
Hmm. Let's see,
I agree.
that's a good point. I wonder, like, so do you personally, this is kind of semi off topic because I had a doll meeting with a company recently, and they brought up the reasoning why they don't do backstories with some of their dolls is to allow people to have that there is no connection with that. There's no imaginative, like, you're not going in with a diagnosed? No, that's not the right word. Like a pre like an idea of what that character is.
Mhm.
They're allowing the
Mhm.
consumer then to create that idea. But do you personally prefer a character to have a diary, a background, so that you feel more of a connection with them? I'm kind of in that way too. If that, I don't know if
I
both of you are that
definitely
way.
do prefer that they have a story there. There's
Okay.
just a more in-depth character than it's just this little figure doll. I do really like
Yeah.
they come with a
Okay.
story and like I love the journals, the Monster High ones, because we just got to learn so much about them. There's so much different art.
And you feel
I
more
especially love
connected.
Genifiers because it had such stunning art on there, and it's like it's just an added bonus to the doll. So I don't
Yeah.
think it hurts
Yes.
it in any way, and people can choose to read it or they can do their own story. So I think not including it is hindering the other one side. So it's very one-sided
Okay.
when it comes to let's just do it imaginative. Let's not give the other people that other option. So I think giving the people options is the better way to go, in my opinion.
Hmm.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I loved one thing I vividly remember so much about collecting Monster High and Ever After High was that they had such good stories.
Mm.
They were great at storytelling. The lore behind them as how like it was just so nice to get to see a character evolve throughout the series. Whereas with Rainbow High, we didn't get that. We didn't, there was no evolution of the characters. It was just kind of the same note. And then it was like, we're going to introduce 50,000 characters, so we can't really grow on the stories. And nobody's going to know anything about these characters except the one little thing we threw in there. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Mm.
Yes, I prefer the lore. I prefer the story. Even if you don't go the, animated route and give us webisodes, give us a little diary. Give us a little
Yeah.
bio. Let us know a little bit about the character. And yeah, because like for me, I like looking at my dolls and knowing exactly who they are. I like to imagine more of their character with the little details that I do have of them, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? I like to,
I'm the same way. I agree with you.
imaginally grow them in my head, even if after all these years it's like not there. I still
Yeah.
do that with my Ever After High characters and with my Monster High characters. I still like to pretend that the little things that I do know about them, I take that and I add my own spin to it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I like personally having a story or some base plot line or a personality to the doll, and then I think that creates more of that emotional tie to the character. And that's why when you talk to certain people, some people are like, "Oh, I connect with Poppy or Ruby or Scout or whomever," versus,
Mhm.
"Oh, I just like that doll because XYZ. Oh, the hair's cute or something." I feel like then it doesn't create that connection of like, oh, I need all of the rubies because I really like Ruby as a character. I feel like that to me as a selling point would also benefit as well. So yeah, that was just interesting that you brought that up. And then also, like I said, I remember that in the meeting there were because there are no backstories for this particular doll line that's coming out. And I'm like, and they were like, oh no, we did that on purpose because we didn't want anyone to feel super tied down to a storyline. And I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, but then I was like, some people might like that. You know what I mean? And I feel like, well, at least the three of us. I don't know if anybody else wants to share in the comments. Um, I feel like, yeah, I feel more tied to a storyline. And then when the episodes, like I said, with Remember starts going south, like now I'm kind of like, oh, I'm not as connected because the characters are kind of like all over
Mhm.
the place. The plotline doesn't make sense. It's like, so then I'm losing my, I love that character. I'm losing that emotion.
Yeah.
Very sad.
No, I was the same
Movie.
with Rainbow High watching the webisodes. And like I was just like, oh my God, this is not even who they are. Like they gave us such a good like beginning to their stories, and now what is this? I'm like, they're all
I want
friends.
the
Like, that's
cheating
not.
scandals. I want the
Yes,
drama.
Yeah, but
I
that's
yes,
want
not
that's what we need.
realistic. I'm like, that's not realistic. I mean, I get it. It's not a real, like, they're
I
not real
know.
people. But I'm like, I like the Chanel was a little bit more like edgy, and she was very like, she knew who she was. She was sassy. She was not gonna take anything from anyone.
Yeah.
I like that for her because that just makes her empowered. Like, she knows who she is. And yeah, I know a few people were like mad and upset over a few things that happened, but they're not real characters, and there are people in the world who behave way worse than that.
Yeah.
So to see that represented in an animated show, because like I like looking at my Chanel and being like, oh, she will eat all them up. You do
Mhm.
not mess with Chanel. She will eat you up.
I
You
love
know? And
that.
then like in the before the reboot season, she was all nice. I'm like, I no. No, she would
Who
have
are
been
you?
mad. She
Yeah.
would have stormed off that runway, and she would have been like, "If I didn't win, I don't care. Bye."
Yeah.
She's like,
Yeah.
"We're best friends now." I'm like, "No." Remember when you punched Natasha?
It's supposed
Yeah.
to these shows are supposed to teach you, how to be morally right and not have any sass, and we're all the same, and everybody's holding hands and singing
No.
Kumbaya, and, that's
No.
kinda what they're pushing, and it's I don't know, it's a lot. I know we can go on 20,000,000 tangents on this, uh, because it made me think of something else I was listening to Just Trish, and they were talking about how we're in a wholesome era now, how 10 years ago, Miley was, like, on the VMAs rubbing on Robin Thicke or whatever, and people were like, "Oh, scandals." Would that happen now? Probably not. I feel like it's almost like we're transitioning into, like, everything is happy and positive,
No,
and, like, I'm
girl.
like, "Really, is it?" I don't know. I kinda miss the
It's
I'm
not
looking
for
back, I'm like,
me.
"Man, I miss the scandalous days," like, and I feel like they're doing it again, very different things, but I kinda sense that with this show, with other things, it's like, is everybody in their wholesome era right now?
Because like even if you go back to like Monster High, Toralite,
I
she
like that
was the
she was
bad girl.
the sad
Yeah, I
Nefra,
really like that.
one.
Nefra, oh, she was that mean older sister.
Yeah,
You know, even in Never After High, Fable Thorn, she wanted to be evil, mama. She did not want to be nice. She was like,
yeah,
I want to be evil. Like, there were so many characters that, like, I don't know. I guess because they were more like fantasy, and these are, I mean, they have bug heads, so I don't even know how that would be a thing, but like, I don't know. It's just I miss that. I miss the storytelling. I miss being on the side. You know, I don't like it when it's all kumbaya. Like,
yeah, it's too again, they're trying to gear it towards, like, five-year-olds maybe? I don't
yeah,
know.
Yeah, we are
I wasn't
aware that
watching
the
that at
show is for
5, but
kids.
I know, it is a show for
no,
kids. I know.
yeah,
Okay, let's reel it in. I know. We're gonna get the comments like, "Oh, it's for kids." Yes, I know it's for kids. But I feel like prior it could appeal to a larger audience of kids and collectors versus now it's like really pigeonholing towards just the kid collector. So now I'm not feeling connected to the show, which is now getting me to not be connected to the new dolls coming out. So I feel like it's like a domino effect. But yeah. So see, look, we love Rainbow High, but we can still say some negative things about Rainbow High too.
The negative stuff moving forward from now on.
Yeah. Hope you're ready to hear us talk all day long. All right, so let's talk about Winx. Winx is having their comeback moment. How long when was Winx first out? Chloe,
I
do you know?
believe it was early 2000s. I believe it was like around like 2001,
Is it that
2002.
old? Really?
Yeah, yeah, because I
I
think they
missed
were
that.
like, yeah, no, it was really early on. Because I didn't come across Winx Club until maybe like 2005 or six. I could be completely wrong, you guys.
Yeah.
But it is like an older show because they did there's so many dubs, but the original voices, that was a thing. And then when they brought it back was 2012,
Mm.
I think, or 11 or something like that, when they brought it to Nickelodeon. And that's when they did like the
Okay.
whole revamp of the voices and the animation, and
I think I
yeah.
remember that because I remember at Walmart seeing some of the dolls, and there was one. Was it Bloom that that was pink and black and had a really like elaborate packaging. I think it was a Walmart exclusive.
Oh, I remember that. I
I
think
believe it was Bloom, and she was like a
mhm,
special one.
yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that. I don't know why when you said 2013, like I was like memories were coming back to me from that era. So I
Yeah.
mean, obviously, out of the three of us, you have more knowledge on it. How are you feeling with like the new art, some of like the buzz around it and stuff? Are you? I'm assuming you're excited. It's
Yes.
being very excited about it.
I am really excited because I really love the show. It's one of those shows that I just remember watching with my sister, and we would pick who we were, and we would have all these like little, you want to be a little fairy, a little, magical moment. But I'm really excited for this new era of Winx Club. I did see the sneak peeks, and I really enjoy the animation. That was
Mm.
one of the things that I was worried about because towards the end, they really did them dirty with that animation. They did the Barbie effect where they rejuvenate. So they look even younger. Like these are women who are in like their 20s. They're like late 20s at this point. And they look like they're 10.
I
And
didn't realize
I
that.
hated that.
Okay. Yeah, because you obviously you watch most of these shows, and I always think like everyone's in high school or like not
Yeah.
really college, but
So
like era. But
when it originally started, I can't remember how old everyone was, but I do remember Bloom. I think she had just turned 16, if I'm not mistaken.
okay.
So she was a teenager, but then they go to school for 3 years. So then you do the math, 3 years, because it's very chronological. So it is 3 years later, because then they graduate, they like open up a business. It's like a whole thing. They become teachers at the
Oh wow.
school. Yeah. Then
Oh.
they shift over to like another thing, and then they're earning all these powers. And it's like every year, like they don't say it, but they're getting older. At some point, Bloom gets engaged. So I'm like, she can't
I
be.
missed this
I
whole
mean,
soap opera of a show
I know. It's
yeah,
like a
I was
she
whole
like,
gets
oh, they're
show
about
engaged.
fairies
storyline.
and they're cute, and the dolls are at Walmart, and like that was like my knowledge of it, right? I was like, oh, they're cute.
Yeah,
All
there's
this like I love fairies
drama.
moments, but like, okay, this is like an in-depth
Yes,
soap opera
yes. Like,
timeline.
so
Like,
they get older, and then towards like the end, the animation does not match the age. They did that whole thing, where they were trying to appeal to a younger demographic, and it just for me it wasn't it. I have not seen it. I don't want to see it.
mhm.
I ended it with like the good animation, and yeah, but I'm really excited for this one. I saw the animation. It looks really, really good. They've done the 3D, like they've gone that route with the older stuff, and it was okay. It wasn't my favorite. They looked kind of Play-Doh-y. But this one looks really, really nice, and I'm excited for it, especially after that flop of a live action, because I did not like that, mama. Where's the magic?
There's
Where's
no
the
magic.
transformation?
It's
They're known for their
funny.
transformations. It's like if they did Sailor Moon and
Okay.
they didn't give her a transformation.
Huh.
Girl,
I don't like
that
that. Yeah, that sounds
that's the
like not
best
as fun.
part. Yeah, I remember,
Interesting.
girl, they would go through the transformations, and I would literally like be in my bed pretending that I'm transforming too, because I'm like, that's how good it was.
Yeah.
I would
Huh.
be like magic wings, and I would be like with the little music. Yes.
Do we know if the plot or storyline will be like a continuation? Is it a complete reboot? Have we heard anything yet about
I
where they're taking
think
the
I
line?
think from what I saw from the animation, I think it's gonna be almost like a reboot. Because in
Okay.
the animation, you see Bloom and she's in her room, and she kind of gets startled that she like has like fire, like that she starts making fire, and she's kind of like, oh my god, like I don't know what's going on, like what am I gonna do? And that's giving very much like when the
Oh,
beginning, you know. If it
okay.
was a continuation, she wouldn't be surprised that she's like magical, you
Okay,
know.
so they're probably doing like a retelling of the original. Okay, well, I hope then in that case that they don't, like venture off into something too weird, so that some of the OG fans are like, okay, I get it, so still honoring the original story, but they'll probably obviously change a few things just for time because I can't believe the show's already, gosh, 20 plus years. That's wild. I did not
I
know
think
that.
I think they were just celebrating their 20th
Yeah,
anniversary.
yeah.
Oh, so if you do the math, 2004. That's when like they came out.
Oh, okay. That makes
If
sense.
they're doing their 20th, yeah, like 2004, that's when it came out.
Hmm.
So that was pretty
I'm
early
excited
on.
that you're excited. I mean, again, like maybe this will push me into watching some more because I've seen some of the episodes, but I never like really followed it like religiously. So I don't know, maybe this will motivate me to want to watch the
Oh,
new one and compare it
mama.
to the old one. And then
I
we'll obviously the
rewatched
dolls.
it.
Because like for me, if I see a doll, that'll force me sometimes to watch the show. Because I'll be like, ooh, that doll's cute. All right, I gotta know about her. Like, you know?
Yeah, the dolls, I wasn't like a huge fan of them. I don't remember who made them, but they just didn't look like the characters from the
Mm.
TV.
I think it
They
was
look
either
kind of
Mattel
weird.
Pacific or Hasbro. I think one of those two.
They look kind of weird to
Yeah, they
me.
did. I do remember seeing them in the doll aisle, and I was never pulled towards them. I never once was like, I need to get one of those.
I
But I
just
do
like that
good to know that
collector
there's
one that she looked like a pink and black butterfly. That one for some reason
yeah.
Yeah.
she looks so cool
That
and
one
kind of
is
gothy and like
engraved in my mind. I did that was the only one that was like,
hmm.
maybe I want one.
Yeah.
She
Maybe I
was
want one.
a special she was a special recolored version of that blue.
Oh, so it's not from a particular episode or anything?
Mm-mm. She's a
Mm.
recolored, and they also did made her that same doll in gold, and then they made her in blue, which is like the original like color. I think there's like three variants of that. No, I think there's four. I think there's a silver one too. There's like
Interesting. They just took it
yeah,
and made it in every color. They're like, "Oh, you like her? Great. Like, we'll just
Let's
recolor
make
her."
a bunch of different colors. I love that.
yeah,
That's interesting. Well, I'm excited for it. I think it'll be fun for a lot of the Winx Club fan people. You know, I mean, and again, it'll probably motivate me to maybe wanna see what all the buzz is about.
Yeah, the
yeah.
animation looked really good whenever I was doing my research on it. So good things for season 9. Hopefully it's good. I did see that it was very polarizing. Some people, it's either you like it or love it. From what I was looking at, they were like, "Oh, what is this? They look different." Like, I don't know. So we'll just see how the public thinks of season 9. But I'm hoping it's good.
Yeah, me
Yes.
too. Fingers crossed.
Talking about, we feel like we don't talk about Barbie enough here. We have a Barbie Land, which is kind of like,
Barbie Land Mini.
I mean, to me, it's like Barbie Polly Pocket, sort of.
Hmm.
Yes.
I haven't seen it in stores. I know, I think Chloe, you've at least found it in stores. I think I saw you post on your Instagram stories. So they're out now, and I've seen a lot of people buying them. I like the little lipstick where you open it and there's like a little doll
Oh,
inside. That's
cute.
so cute. That's such a good idea.
You twist her. Oh my God, yes. So cute.
I'm like, stop it. I like how they have different ones of like all of the surprise ones. I have the cutie surprise. You have like the ones in like the little bottle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And the one I
So
love is
cute.
the color reveal where like you actually color reveal the little mini doll and like you're shaking it in there. Oh, love. And they're getting so much like I don't know, like press attention because I see these TikToks, they have like millions of views, so like these little mini Barbies. They're like, oh, we need to get one. So people eat that stuff up.
Yeah. I think it's tying in with the whole like, MJ's mini verse and Zuru's mini
Mhm.
brands and now Barbie mini, like the mini Dreamland or whatever. Like it's just like I feel like everyone's into mini things right now. Maybe
Mhm.
because the whole world we're downsizing and had forced to live in small places, but it's like forcing our collections to get smaller. But I think that's kind of trending. So that's smart on Mattel's part. I mean, Polly Pocket's been big for so many years in and out. And of course, Polly Pocket has shifted sizes over the years, but I feel like little stuff is cute. We like it. Our dolls need many things.
Yeah, that's the main reason for me. Like, that's why I love it so much because my mini can collect dolls. And I'm here for that. Not just any dolls, right? Like these are dolls that exist for us, like
Yeah.
the surprise ones. I'm like, yes, like my mini, she needs to make a little video of her dunking her little mini doll in water and
Yeah.
revealing her. I want them all. Honestly, I want it all. And I love that the price point is exactly what I wanted it to be. It
How much are the individual little ones?
oh, oh, like $3,
Oh,
two
not
ninety nine,
bad.
I believe. Yeah. And
That's really good.
the best thing ever, they have codes. So if you don't want to get doubles, you don't have to get
Oh
doubles.
wow.
Yes,
Okay,
Tony
share
was
those
posting
codes
about that.
because I don't want to get like 4 Kens. Uh,
Shout out to Tony. Tony was the
out
one who I
Tony, we
think he was
love Tony.
one of the first persons who like started opening them and like checking them out. And he mentioned that they have codes, so like you can potentially collect them all without getting doubles.
Oh, I love that.
That's amazing.
Oh, it's so good. So good. They're
excited.
cute. I'm very pleasantly surprised with how cute they are. I'll probably get
Same.
maybe like I don't want to get like sucked in, but I want to definitely get at least one or two just to like have because I think they're really cute.
Yeah, me too. I
You,
definitely want to get a couple. They do have the little mini of the dream house as well, and they have a yacht and they have a bus, which is like wow. They come
yes.
with so many things.
Yes. They have 3 dream houses, different
Oh,
ones.
okay. Look at
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
They
I didn't
have a
know that.
car, a RV, the yacht, a plane. Oh, I need the plane. I need the
Oh,
plane.
the plane is so cute.
It's like the OG planes that
Hmm.
you open. Oh my
Yeah,
God, yes.
open it from the
And then
side.
the Jeep. They have the little tent.
Oh,
They
that's so cute.
have the lipstick ones. I believe they also have like the cuties, the pop ones, the mystery reveal one.
Mhm.
Like they
They're
have a
like, we're
lot.
making this whole line
Yeah.
and pushing out everything at once. I mean, it's smart though. I mean, if you're going to be immersed in this little mini world, have those options. That's smart. I like it. I can't wait to get one. Like I said, I haven't seen it at any of my stores yet, so I might
I
have to look
haven't seen
on
them either,
Amazon. Look on
but when I
Amazon.
do see them, I'll be picking a couple up.
They are on Amazon. You
Oh,
could get
really?
them on
Okay, I'll have to
Amazon.
check it out then. I might get one
Oh,
then on
also, where
Amazon.
are the codes on the thing? They're so little.
I think they're on the bottom. Tony,
Auto.
if you watch this video, can you comment down below or message us?
Yeah, I'd like to know. So, I mean, obviously, like I don't, especially if you order on Amazon, that's kind of hard. But if I go in person, if I find one, I want to make sure like I get like what I want.
I believe they're at the bottom of the container, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure Tony posted a reel
Hmm.
about it, so check
Love
out Tony.
that.
Before we do our out of the box
Oh,
moment, let me just plug this in real quick.
oh yeah.
I would suggest check your Walmarts. They are finally putting some dolls on clearance. And
Ooh,
some
yeah.
of the dolls that they put on clearance were the Barbie the movie doll. I was able to get the roller skating Ken and Barbie for $10 a piece.
Oh,
So
that's not
check.
bad.
Yeah,
Very
and
good
they also
deal.
had Perfect Day Barbie and Ken for $10 a piece. So I would suggest check your Walmarts. Clearance is going good right now. Just plugging that in for
I know
Barbie.
Walmart's been doing good with their clearance. I know with the Rainbow High stuff, I mean, which is all gone at my stores now. But yeah, they were doing some good sales. I was like, okay, Walmart, you're gonna
In
get my money
select
right now.
Walmarts, none near me though.
Well,
Just
let
you,
me know if y'all need me to
just
pick
you.
up these dolls for you guys.
Oh,
Because
you're
my
gonna get like
Walmart had
50 comments of people.
30.
I'm like, now you have to ship out like $50.
They had so many. Like I think I posted it on my Instagram. Like I posted a
Yeah.
Yeah.
story of all of them. That wasn't even all of them, you guys. There was a whole other section full of them. It was
They're all at Chloe's
crazy.
store. That's what it is. Everybody else, they just shipped them all to your store. They're like, she needs
Hmm.
Yeah, your
50 of these
Walmart always
Barbies.
gets a ton. Like whenever you had that giant wall of crystal.
Oh my God.
Oh,
That's
Not
funny.
again.
mhm.
Not it slipped out again, Mama. On to
Proceed.
our schedule program.
Our weekly like ad of like what we're doing. Who wants to go first for their out of the box moment for the week? Something that is not well, it could be somewhat made that intertwines with doll related things, but something that's happening to us this week. Chloe can go first.
No, my thing is doll related.
Your thing is dull. Well, go ahead. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
Okay, so my out of the box moment for these past 2 weeks,
Oh,
because yes, 2 weeks, it's actually been more dolls, you guys, believe it or not. Um, I have been obsessed with all of these custom dolls that people have been making. Shout out to Living Plastic. He made such a beautiful, like, ethereal butterfly Barbie. Oh
Ooh.
my God, you guys, she looks so high-end collector. It's just insane. And then also a huge shout out to Peace Love Plastic. Oh my God, you guys. He did the Bratz Beyonce Cowboy Carter
Stunning. I
custom,
saw that. Love that. Love
and then
that.
he did a whole video on how he like did the whole thing and everything. I ate that content up, mama, because oh my God, he ate it up. He did that. Like I want that doll so bad. She looks so good. And oh my God, there's just been so many people like putting out all these customs and like it's been so nice to see everybody being so creative. You know, I know Johnny's also been very creative
Oh
with
no,
his
I
not on the
know.
level of
I love
that. I'm
your. You have to
literally
do a
No,
showing
but
of it.
like just like you're like doing something with like something you love and like creating your own thing and it's like your own thing. It's just so amazing. As someone who likes to create things, oh, I've been loving that for the past 2 weeks. That's been my ish. You know, I've been on the internet looking for custom, looking at people's like, oh, it's just so good. It's just so good. I love it. I love it.
I
I
agree.
love it.
I'm
There's
I love
creating
it.
so
customs
talented.
too.
Like so many people out there. I can't even think of all the names. Like there's so many accounts that I look at and I'm like, oh, I will look and love, but I know I will never be able to do
I
that.
know people are so talented. I was not born with that gift, sadly. But like the amount of like the editing, the detailing, the custom work, and just everything, like I can't even wrap my head around like how I would even begin that process. So like
I
So
cannot.
good.
kudos to you, Mama,
Yeah.
for making
Another huge shout out to Moonlight Jules. She created that huge
the
Polly
Polly Pocket.
Pocket.
Yeah.
Love
Mhm.
that. Love it.
Stunning.
Beautiful.
Uh,
At Moonlight
girl,
Jewel Doll.
ate that up. Ate that
Mhm.
up so bad, you guys. Oh my, I watched the whole video. I was like,
And it's
what?
too good. Like, again, the talent is there. Like, also, I mean, like I sit and think, I'm like, how long does that take you? I'm like, I would have to take a month off and I would probably still not look as good. Like,
I think months. It must have taken her at least
months. I
like
definitely
four
think so. For that
months.
giant Polly Pocket thing, like that's like literally building a house. Uh,
Yeah.
Yes.
a portable one, but a big house.
I think my dog fits in that.
Oh, they need that.
So cute. Oh my god, just so many. Like that's just been my thing for the past two. I mean, not even 2 weeks. Like that's just my thing all the time. But these past 2 weeks, some of these customs people have been making have been so good. You guys, like, I love watching. I love seeing. It's very inspiring.
Every time I see a custom, it just makes me think the potential of these companies. Like, wow, their product can transform into that. Why can't they
Yeah,
just do that themselves? You know, so like, wow, there's so much potential on these like dolls.
I agree. I 100% agree. I feel like I miss the days of like some of these epic collector piece dolls, like Empress Bride Barbie, etc., that would have jewels and beading and embroidery and lining and this, and the doll would weigh 20 pounds because of all the fabrics, you know. So there is a lot of, like you said, potential within a lot of these pieces. I just feel like now we're in a place of just like boom, boom, boom,
Yeah.
knock something out, get it out there. Cost is so high. Put out a Barbie collector all for $100 with the one sheet, one little of fabric. It's a lot. Yeah. All right, and now on to Johnny's out of the box moment. What do you have for us this week?
All right, so something I don't remember if it was yesterday, or the day before, but they announced All Stars 9 for RuPaul's Drag Race, which I am so excited. I'm not excited that it's a non-elimination season,
That I
but
don't like,
this is
but yeah.
besides the point. I am Team Angeria. I am so ready for the reign of Angeria. Her promo look was honestly the best promo look I've ever seen out of all promo looks. I love Angeria so much. I feel like she could have won so many more challenges on her original season. And I don't know. I am hashtag Team Angeria all the way through and through, and I hope she's in the finale. So the cast is strong though. We do
Yeah.
have a really good cast, except for one.
Ah,
Wait, which one?
name her.
You two.
I don't know, but I don't like traveling west. Let's just say that.
Ah, why does everyone hate her? So many people are like, so unfunny, this, that, this, what. I'm like, why does everyone hate her?
We
Did I
don't have to get into it here, but
Oh,
wait,
anyway,
what? I missed it. I missed even what you said now. So I'm
no,
just like missing everything.
I didn't say a single thing. I just said we don't have to get into it.
oh, okay.
I need to know
Uh,
the tea. Okay, off
I
camera. But no, I'm excited for it. I think I was a little like, oh, okay, who's gonna be on? It's gonna be like, and everybody, honestly, I was surprised that Chanel was there. I love when they bring back queens from like the dark ages, from the super filtered era of Drag Race. Like,
Back in
I know
1947.
at the beginning. Many decades ago. So I love to see that because I think it gives queens that unfortunately when social media wasn't as big as it is now, an opportunity to be known, to shine, a new life, so to speak. So I love when they do that. But yeah, I agree. I think Injury is hilarious. Like it's just so funny.
I really
I
think she's gonna
do,
take the crown.
yeah.
I honestly feel it. I feel it. I feel it.
Stop it. No, because plastic is
I know, plastic is
everything.
stunning. I love
That
Got
So
Mick.
that
Got
promo
beautiful.
Mick
look
is
was
also a
really
personal
good
favorite.
Got
too.
Mick. Georgia?
I
She's
was
gonna be giving
surprised
us
by that. I wasn't surprised that she was there.
she's gonna be feeding us all the lip syncs. You just know it. I'm so ready. Yeah. I'm s- I'm obsessed.
Which is so crazy because we just had season 16 wrap up and now we're all up on All Stars
They
9.
give you that 2-week break. They're like, here's 2
It's
weeks,
not even 2
recover.
weeks.
Oh, it
Like,
isn't?
it hasn't even been 1 week.
I mean, it
Oh
doesn't premiere
yeah, that was 2
until May,
It's
so
been a couple of days. It's
days.
been Friday to Tuesday.
Which were we all
which
Team
yeah.
Nymphia? I love
Yeah, I was.
Nymphia was
I
stunning,
was.
beautiful.
I was Team Nymphia.
I
Yeah.
really thought Saphira had it though. I don't know why I
Me
had
too.
vibes.
I thought she
Like,
was gonna win last minute. I messaged Johnny. I was like, I have a feeling Saphira's gonna win. And I wasn't disappointed. I'm like, they're both really
both good,
amazing
yeah.
queens. But I just remember from that first episode when Nymphia walked in the workroom, I said, she's the winner.
She
Yeah.
won.
She's
The
the winner.
glasses
I'm
got
sorry.
me.
Like
Love the
the
glasses.
look, she was funny off the bat. I'm like, oh. And then
Oh,
every episode,
she's
I'm
taking
not
it.
gonna win. I'm not gonna win. I'm not good at this. And then bam,
I'm shy.
bam. Yeah. And then that last lip sync, the only time she lip synced and she ate it up, that reveal cartwheel situation, never seen that before.
The
Never
I
balloon.
seen.
loved it. She did a great
Yeah.
job.
It
The
was so
gimmick was
good.
gimmicking. Congratulations, Nymphia, the
Hands
banana
across the
queen.
board. We love it.
Yeah, I
And I'm
was
excited
literally
for this.
whenever I was watching it and they said Nymphia, I literally gagged. I was open mouth. I was like, no way.
Us
Because I
too.
really,
Us
really
too.
thought Saphira was gonna win, especially because I think her performance out of all three was the best. Like the beginning with the
Yes.
opera and like the giant like flowy dress and then like the
I
dance
loved
the
it.
choreography. I think she definitely won that round of the finale, and I think Nymphia won the lip sync.
I think
Yeah.
that's what it was.
It could have gone either way.
It always comes down to that last lip sync, doesn't it? It always comes down to the lip sync. I don't know. It's just
It's that
Shea
Sasha
Coulee,
Velour
Sasha.
moment for me.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. I'm like, literally, it's that.
The
It's
best
that.
thing about that's still one of my favorite performances ever. I mean, just the rose petals. I was like, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. If I'm like, if Sasha does not win, that's the end of Drag Race for me. And then obviously they won. But I was just like, yeah, I
Mhm.
agree. I feel like both Nymphia and Saphira were both really good throughout the whole season. Their looks were really good. Their performances were like I really had no complaints on either one. So I think either one in my book I would have been happy with. So
Yeah, me too. But I'm happy with Nymphia.
yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Plain Jane because whenever she was talking to Rue and then it showed that face of Amanda, she was like,
Oh, I
That was
love
I live
shady.
for
That
that.
was
That was
so
I know the shady
shady.
editors. I love that. And then she changed her profile picture to the face. Love. Love
yeah.
Amanda.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yes.
That
So good.
finale, I think the finale was just so good overall. I think that was like one of my favorite finales.
Yes.
It was so good. And they had like that tribute to Elvira. They had Sasha,
Yes.
Sasha Colby
Yeah.
performing. Stunning.
Yeah. They had a lot. It was
Her
Her
just a
look,
lot. It was
her
just
like
like a lot happening.
her step down
her
look
step
with
down
like
look.
the jewels and like the earrings turning into pasties. Love.
Yeah.
Mm,
Only she comes up with things like that because that was
beautiful.
so good. So good.
Mhm.
I
The
loved
whole
it. Yeah.
the whole
I'm very excited.
miscongeniality thing. I was
Huh?
iffy on the miscongeniality thing. I was like, I could see it, but I was also kind of like,
Oh, where the today was a tie.
They're trying.
Yeah, that was weird.
yeah, that was weird, especially because Sephiroth was one of them, and I'm like, that's never happened before. They've never had like one of the finalists be a miscongeniality.
No, they
Like
Yeah.
I
that's
read somewhere it was. Who was it? There was one other
Someone
person.
said that the final at one point the finalists weren't able to be voted for Miss Congeniality. I think they changed it like these last
Yeah.
couple seasons.
Yeah. I
this
remember reading
season.
something about it.
Yeah, that was weird. I'm like, congratulations to them, but like that was weird to me. I was like, okay, I could see it, but I'm like,
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, she was really nice to everybody, so it makes sense to me why that you would get that, but
Mhm.
yeah.
I do love me some Tsunami though. I love
Yes,
Tsunami.
Yeah.
she's really
It was
beautiful.
good. All around,
But
I'm very excited. But yeah, so I guess in the next, what is it, week or two, we'll have All Stars. So yeah, Drag Race talk
just
continues. So expect us to definitely be talking about more Drag Race stuff. For my out of the box moment, I want to talk about something video game related, which is never
Oh,
anything I ever want to talk about.
and I
Uh,
oh
except for
yes.
Virtual Cop on Sega Saturn, which was my one game that I played religiously like 3 decades ago. But I really got into the Fallout show. I don't know if you've seen the show on Amazon. It's obviously based off the Fallout game, which I didn't realize the Fallout game is 25 years old. I was like,
Yeah,
where?
it's
I remember it
basically
coming out and
my
like my friends playing and
age.
stuff, but I did it was like 25. I was like, oh my gosh, I was like so super shocked. I loved the show. I thought the show was great. The acting was great. We have the lead actress from Yellow Jackets playing Lucy, one of the main characters. We have Kyle MacLachlan, who's like my icon because Twin Peaks is my favorite show, playing her dad, who's only in 2 episodes. I like how he's like top billing in the first episode and the last episode. But I have to give it out to my favorite character and also one of my obsessions for a long time is Walton Goggins. And yes, that is his real name, so nobody who's up on him, that is his real name, who plays the ghoul, also plays Baby Billy on the show Gemstones. And I love that he's everywhere. I love that he's been on every show promoting this Fallout show. And yeah, so if you're into any type of video gaming and you want to watch a show that's decent, because that's one thing, unfortunately, I really see is anytime they make a TV show or a movie and it's based off a video game, not good. Just
well,
not good.
I think The Last of Us was a good show. That was
Well,
also
okay, fine. One. We have one. One. The Last of Us was really, really popular. But in general, though, I think back to like, I can't think of it. Like, okay, Mortal Kombat, but that's so campy and cheesy.
love Mortal
And
Kombat.
you watch it now and you're like, I can't take it serious. But you watch it in a form of like, okay, it's so bad that
Mhm.
it's good, right? Um, I'll say like, yeah, The Last of Us is probably the most modern one that is decent. But Fallout though seduced me, sucked me in. I went in going, oh, okay, my friends used to play the game. I'll give this show
Mhm.
a shot, right? And honestly, I was surprised how good it was. And a lot of it, I think, is the acting. Like all the characters were really, really strong. I want to dress up as the characters now. Like I want to be the ghoul. I love people thirst trapping for the ghoul. That's like a whole
Oh
thing on
wow.
TikTok. Yes. They're like, this man has no nose and will steal your wife. Like,
Not the no nos.
the TikTok hole I've been down watching this has just been so much, but it's great. I really, really love it. And like I said, I highly recommend it if somebody wants a good, and it did get picked up yesterday or the day before officially for season 2. So I'm
Okay.
very, very excited. Yeah. I recommend it. Very
That's so
depressing, very dark.
interesting.
Where is it on?
Amazon.
Amazon.
It's an Amazon Prime show that they made. Um Watching it though is very dark because you're like, I see that happening in the future.
Oh,
Like, oh, dystopian future where we all live in vaults and like the government's all awful and they've plotted all this. Yes,
Oh,
it
you're
exists.
talking about current events right now?
Yeah, I was like, oh, is this a biography? Is this like a documentary series? It's
It's a reality show.
honestly. And like I said, the acting is just great. I love, like I said, his name's Walton Goggins, and it's such a hard name to pronounce, but I love everything he's on. He was on Sons of Anarchy, Gemstones, and now this. And I think he's just, wow, so good. Such a good role for him. So good.
I'm gonna have to
That's been
give it a
my out of all.
go. I'm gonna have to give it a go.
I want a doll. If they make dolls, like please someone make dolls. I haven't seen
well,
anybody do any customs of
yeah.
them. I've seen I
Mhm.
know they are releasing, I think it's NECA is releasing smaller
Figures.
scale figures,
Mhm.
but I want a 1/60. I want like a Barbie size figure of like the ghoul for sure. So anybody out there that's making customs,
Oh, so you want your mini to date the ghoul.
yeah, I would. I would. It's so great. But yeah, like I said, the show is very I went in going, ah, a video game show or something. And I was like, oh wow, this is actually really, really,
It's
really
good.
good. So
So what drawed you into it? Like, oh, I'm gonna press play on this.
I would have to say that what really drew me in was like, again, I knew about the game. I had
Mhm.
friends who played the game, which again, stepping out of myself, I was like, oh, that game's like 10 years old, right? That just came out. That just came out. And then they're like the 25th anniversary. I was like, 25 years. So that's what made me click on it was I was familiar with the game. I knew friends that played the game. I've seen memorabilia of the guy giving the thumbs up all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay, let me. And again, I was hearing some good stuff about it. So I was like, oh, I'll give it a shot. Why not? And then I was like, I need to watch every episode right
Oh.
now. And I binged it. So yeah.
It really do be like that sometimes, though. It takes one little thing for you to go down a rabbit hole, and a whole
Yeah.
franchise, a whole series.
And now I am like, I love the goal. I think I love my favorite take was because I watch a lot of review people that watch review stuff, yeah. And they were like, Lucy's not the main character. The ghoul is the main character. And I was like, you know what?
Can you insert a picture of the ghoul in this video?
They're like, Daddy ate.
Yeah, there's like all this like fan fiction starting with him. Like I'm telling you, it is. And you have to watch the show to really get it because yes, you're like, oh my gosh, a person who is covered, you got, unfortunately hit with radiation and now looks like a ghoul. But great husband, great father, searching for his family for 200 years. He does not
Say less. Sign me up.
Yes. He supports, he's there. And I think that's why so many people are like, wow, this character really does transcend outer appearance because you're like, he's such a great guy. Yes, he is he does become like a hitman and stuff and he kills people, yes. But
So he has some
besides
flaws.
that,
he wants to just find his daughter, okay? He wants to find his
doesn't?
daughter.
everyone has their flaws.
Who doesn't? I can
He
fix
just
him.
has radiation, He radiates.
One can only hope it's the next Skullector.
I would get out of my way. I would be ordering 50 of those. Like,
You're like, I'm buying a You're like, I'm buying the membership.
You really said, screw the bills. I'm buying 20 of them.
Yeah. I know. Like that, honestly, yeah, it's a really just suck to be in. And also, again, another reason I love Kyle MacLachlan and Walton Goggins. So I was like, oh, they're in the show. Okay, I really have to see it now too, because I'm a fan of both of them. So yeah, 2 thumbs up. Just like the little guy, like the bald guy.
Okay, I'll have
You
to
were all
give it a
over the
watch.
place.
I
Yeah,
know.
no, you have to watch it. It's kind of, there's some scenes where you're like, what is happening? But then you're like, once it starts tying it together near the end, you're like, oh, this is sad. This is you're like sad, realistic future.
Mama, that's me watching the Chucky series.
You're
I
like,
didn't know what was going. I don't know where we're going, and I still don't know where we're going. But okay, I'm here for
It's
it.
like season finale next week. I don't know what's happening. What's going on?
you're like, I'm just showing up now.
I'm just here for a good time. That's it.
Yeah, that's basically it. Wow, what a roller coaster this episode was.
I know.
love it.
Everyone loves this hour and a half long episode that we just recorded. I'll try to edit it down somewhere. Definitely throw in the comments something related to the 8,000 things that we talked about today, whether it's Monster High or Drag Race or how much you love the ghoul. I mean, there's just all of how much I'm gonna get a lot of comments of people going, I get you. All right, until next time, thank you everybody for listening. Make sure to check us out. Like I said, if you're not able to watch us here on YouTube, we are available on all of the audio capable places, from Spotify to Apple to Amazon, etc. All right, I'll see you guys next week. Our regular time. Bye everybody.